Hey everyone, I am here today on a Tuesday to do Transfer Tuesday because on every Tuesday we do a little bit toward our financial goals, and since it's Tuesday I'm going to be transferring money to our car fund because we are saving up to buy a car in cash and we're getting very close to the end of that goal. So let's get started. The wind outside is crazy, so I'm in my car and we are going to be talking about the car fund since it is Transfer Tuesday, and that is our first financial goal of 2020, to finish the car fund and buy a car. If you've been following my journey, you know that we are paying off debt, but in between we are saving up to buy a new, to us, SUV. Our goal is $15,000 and we've saved up about $8,000 so far. We're a little bit under. If you're new here, this is Transfer Tuesday and this is where we do a weekly push to move money toward our goals. Some weeks we are moving money toward our car fund or another savings goal. Some weeks we are paying off debt. It just really depends on what's going on that week. I do Transfer Tuesdays because I love progress in small amounts. I feel like I'm doing something if I'm moving money every week. Some people don't like this and they like doing one big monthly payment, but for me, it feels like I am making more progress and finding ways each week to put money toward the goals that I otherwise would have just let slip through my fingers and be spent. Having a weekly goal means I have to figure out ways to either earn extra money or save money and not spend it so that I have something, even if it's $5, to put toward my goal each Tuesday. It's just a way of training myself to be more focused on the goals and to use my money wisely to hit the financial goals that we're setting. Today we are doing two things. I did make a minimum payment toward the debt because I do have a minimum payment due on the loans that we have to finish paying off. So I made one minimum payment and we are doing two transfers to the car fund. So let's get started with those. First up is a regularly scheduled transfer, and this is from our regular income, and we moved $325 over. The goal is to send at least $700 in a month, and so for the first paychecks of the month, we are sending $325 to the car fund, and this is after all of the other expenses and bills. I will show my paycheck budget soon, so you guys will see what that entails. But on the 7th, we are sending $325 to the car fund. This is the first transfer of 2020, and I'm very excited about it. It's a nice little chunk, and it will move us up toward that $8,000 number. I printed out one of my Impulse Buy spending cards. These are just things that I keep in my purse or my wallet or a cash envelope, where I write down things I want to buy but don't, and it just keeps me a little bit more on track with my spending. And since I'm doing a no spend this month, I have to be more cautious about it. So these are the two things this week that I wanted to buy but did not buy. One was on Amazon. It was a sweater. I already have one of these, but I wanted another color because I love it so much. And then the second was a highball. It's like an energy drink, and this is something at the bodega at work that I have gotten way too into drinking daily, and it's $2.50. That's a lot. So I did not buy these, but I really wanted to. Like, I almost talked myself out of the no spend. My husband had to talk me down and remind me that I'd regret it afterwards. So that is one of the things that I wanted to buy this week and almost broke my no spend over. And I didn't. So the total I did not spend was $22.49. So that is the amount I'm going to transfer today to my car fund, just so that I am using that money in a way that is much better in hitting our goals. So moving that money over, we are at $8,000, and then I am adding the $22.49 that was saved from not buying the things that I wanted to buy this week. So that $22.49 is going straight to the car fund thanks to not giving in to the impulse buys and ruining my no spend, which is the whole goal of the no spend. So that money is going to bring our total in the car fund to a lovely number of $8,031. Like I mentioned, that is getting really close to that $10,000 number if we want to stop there. If we're going to 15, it's going to take more time. But let's move on to the debt payment that I made. I paid $289.91, a minimum payment toward the loan that is so expensive, and that loan is currently now at $24,605.19. There are multiple loans within this loan, but the overall balance is is $24,605. Looking at those numbers, I am making debt payments that are half principal, half interest, and that is a bummer. So those minimum payments are killer. We're going to have to get to those loans soon. They are on the list of goals for the year. I will link my 2020 financial goals down in the comments, and you can see what goals we are going to be attacking and hitting this year. The first one is to pay for a car in cash, and we are getting close, and I'm very excited about it. And that's it for me. I'm done for the day. So I have made several things on my checklist to do. I've moved money over that we planned, that we didn't plan, and we made a debt payment. Tuesdays are amazing, especially when we're doing stuff like this. So if you joined me on Transfer Tuesday, I would love to know what you did in the comments. Let me know. It makes me so happy to see people doing it too. Someone I work with told me they paid off their credit card today, and I had the best moment. I started to tear up. I'm like, I'm such a dork. I should not be so excited for someone else paying off their credit card, but I was, because credit cards are the worst, and most debt is terrible. Some debt's okay, whatever, mortgages, woo, but anyway, if you watched this far, say 2020 in the comments, because we are starting off this new year with such a good start. I'm feeling really good about it. Happy 2020, guys. See you later.